Hello. Finally. It's been so long since I've seen you before. Oh my God. So sexy. Hello and welcome to Bedford Autodrome. We are here at Tour de Force TDF1 to find out how F1 front wings have evolved over the years, from a 1985 Alfa Romeo all the way through to a 2012 Sauber. I'm just excited to be outside and presenting again. I've kind of remembered how to talk, but let's find out how these bad boys have changed over the years. Here we are, the factory of dreams. We've got F1 cars under construction. I'm kind of fanboying just a little bit, just seeing that. We've also got our F1 front wings laid out beautifully on this floor. Let's start at the very oldest, the 1985 Alfa Romeo front wing, and get my first impressions and general pleb thoughts. First front wing, we have the 1985 Alfa Romeo, and well, when you look at it compared to a 2020 car, it's extremely simplistic. However, in 1985, you could change the wing angle right here. Don't know if that's revolutionary or not, but I'm going to say it is. Riccardo Patrese said this was the shittest car he ever drove, and when we take a look at the results of that season for both cars, it was DNF, 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 9th, 11th, DNF, 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 DNF. So there's not really any point in actually constructing this front wing because it was never used.
Not much to add in terms of technical insight for this one. As pointed out in the pleb thoughts, the Alfa Romeo had a pretty basic biplane wing with a simple end plate. It is important to remember that teams did use different wing designs at different tracks, however. The underside of the wing is incredibly basic too.
Next up we have the 1985 Toleman. First impressions, longer wingspan. They also have the addition of the gurney flap, which definitely most 100% would have improved aerodynamics. To change the wing angle, it wasn't on the side, it was within here. So I'm going to say that's a revolutionary kind of concept thing. But when we look at the actual results of the car, they still shouldn't have bothered making it because they are as follows. DNF, 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 14th. DNF, DNF, but with a pole position. DNF, DNS, DNF, DNF, 12th. DNS, DNF, 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 DNF. What is the point of racing back then? No one finished.
This had a massive single wing element, but this creation would not have been used for the same downforce level as the Alfa shown in the first segment. The gurney flaps are there to dramatically sharpen the exit angle of the airflow, therefore creating more downforce without the downside of huge drag.
Here we are, a championship winning front wing. Michael Schumacher's, I'm kind of fanboying, it has to be said. And when you look at it, there are a few notable differences. This part, a lot less thick than before. This part is also raised, which might affect the airflow. We'll get you some more technical analysis on that. And this one, there's a lot more variation that could be done with this small winglet to affect the airflow. And this part, very long, can affect the airflow away from the front tyres so that the car is less affected by turbulence, because that is insight. If you want to have a look at the results, I'm going to tell you anyway, I don't care if you do. I'm going to just tell you Michael Schumacher's because that's the important part here. First, second, first, disqualified. DNF, first, disqualified, not going to talk about that, didn't race for the next two. First, second, retired. DNF, whatever you want to call it.
Look at the shape of the end plate on this B195 Benetton. It's incredibly similar to the Toleman we just took a look at. The reason? Toleman became Benetton. They adopted the high nose approach originally introduced by the F1 team Tyrrell quite early and long before it was common in F1. It offered big benefits in terms of downforce.
Here we are, the 95 Jordan front wing. Now you're probably wondering, Matt, why is this a year later than the Benetton but less complex? Well, this is a smaller team. The Benetton is a championship winning car. But when you look at it, there's definitely more gurney flaps on there all the way around. You can adjust this part on the side once more. Not a huge amount of innovation. This bit is very thick though. A lot of depth to this. When you take a look at the most important rating, which is the thickness, this is the thinnest of the thick ratings. So good straight line speed. I've not got much else to say apart from the results, which wasn't actually too bad. We had Eddie Irvine and Rubens Barrichello at the helm, and they had DNF, 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 bear with me, Then 8th, 7th, 5th, DNF, DNF, 2nd, 3rd, 6th, 9th, 11th, DNF, DNF, 9th, 7th, 13th, 6th, DNF, 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 11th, 10th, 4th, 6th, DNF, 11th, DNF, 4th, DNF, DNF. It feels like race rundown saying this.
Jordan were firm in maintaining a conventional low nose in 1995, but note how the wings are twin elements with an upper flap rather than a full biplane as seen on the 1985 Alfa.
Next up, we have the 1998 Williams. Now, the eagle-eyed F1 historians of you will be thinking, why is this not red? I don't know. It's a different livery. Who cares? But we're focusing on the features, and this is most like the Benetton in terms of the raised nose. But the most important thing for me that's changed is this outside little dance floor that we've got here. I don't really know what this does. Maybe it controls the air. That's the most different thing. And also, they've got a nice little twiddly-knobbly thing, which looks very much more revolutionary than we've seen before. This was the year after they won the championship. When we look at the results, we have Jacques Villeneuve and Heinz-Harald Frentzen raced, and this was actually a year where they actually finished quite a lot. 5th, 3rd, 7th, 5th, DNF, 9th, 4th, 5th, 6th, 8th, 5th, DNF, 10th, DNF, 4th, 15th, 7th, DNF, 6th, DNF, 3rd, 9th, 3rd, 5th, DNF, 4th, DNF, 7th, 8th, 5th, 6th, 5th. There's info for you. We move on to the same year, Minardi, 1998. It's quite interesting to get comparisons between two different front wings of the same year. This team, obviously, much less budget to spend. You can see on the side here, they only got half a dance floor. Not sure what happened there. And actually, it's just a flat piece of panel, whereas there was a little bit of aerodynamic bobblage on the last one. And, well, apart from that, there's obviously same raised nose. And when we look at the results from Shinji Nakano and Esteban Tuero, this was actually Tuero's car. I can see a little sticker inside, lovely jubbly. It was DNF, 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 DNF 13th, DNF, DNF 8th, 14th, 15th, 9th, DNF 7th, DNF 17th, DNF 8th, DNF 11th, DNF, DNF 16th, 15th, DNF 8th, DNF, DNF 11th, 15th, DNF, DNF, DNF. They should not have turned up.
Combining the technical analysis on this one, by 1998 everyone had realised the benefits of high noses and the airflow under the nose. As seen in these two examples, both Williams and Minardi had gone back to full biplane wings. The end plates were much more complex with larger feet.
Here we have the 2004 BAR front wing, and my goodness me, this just screams voluptuousness, doesn't it? The curves. This is the first front wing we've seen that ain't flat. There is a proper slide down here. Most important thing, two dance floors on the side. You've got the upper sort of disco room, and down here, there's a bit of bobblage as well as the ground floor. And also, there is an under part of this wing. This is like a private area where not many people would have seen it. And also a little air slot here where the air goes, just a tiny bit of air just goes, ooh. I don't know what that would have done, but it's there anyway. More curves means more performance. This finished second to Ferrari, and even the nose. We've seen a lot more kind of erect noses. This is more of a kind of nose. You know what I mean? And let's go to the results from Jenson Button and Takuma Sato. 6th, 9th, 13th, 15th, 3rd, 5th, 2nd, 16th, 8th, 5th, 2nd, DNF 3rd, DNF 3rd, DNF, DNF 3rd, 5th, DNF 4th, 11th, 2nd, 8th, 5th, 6th, DNF, DNF 3rd, 4th, 2nd, 6th, 3rd, 4th, DNF 6th. Very good car. Got beaten by Schumi. What a shame. Extra thing, just noticed. Little hole at the front. And there's some sort of like sieve inside it. There's like so it doesn't have like big things go in it, but it stops big things going in it, but small things can get in. Little finger test, it fits.
Honda and BAR spent many hours in CFD and the wind tunnel trying out different nose concepts, and quite frankly, the complexity has gone through the roof. It's still a biplane wing, but look how much more complex the in-washing end plates are. The feet go both ways, and it is sprouting extra elements on the edge of the end plate too. This is because the understanding of airflow around the front wing and front wheels has become so much more advanced than what we've seen previously.
Welcome to 2011. We're at the big boy era now. You can just see the size of this front wing. It is redonkulous. You can see the aerodynamic revolutionary concepts right before your eyes. We're going to call it the club. This is the VIP club. You've got the little doorway here. You walk in here, Wow, okay, where do I go? I could go upstairs to the VIP area. Lots of winglets. You've got the adjusters here if you know you're fancying a bit of a recline in your seats. You can change all sorts of stuff here. You've got a little bit of bobblage on the outside as well. Lots of changes from when you look at the 90s, the 80s, and even the noughties. When you look at results, you're thinking this must have crafted a spaceship to championship points. No, not one. This team got 0 points for this masterpiece. NC, I don't even know what that means. What does NC mean? But we'll carry on. 14th, 16th, DNF, 21st, 20th, DNS, 20th, 19th, 20th, DNF, 15th, 15th, 14th, 21st, 22nd, 16th, 17th, 17th, 18th, 17th, 19th, 18th, 17th, 15th, DNF, DNF, 18th, 20th, 20th. There's a lot of races. 21st, 18th, 20th, DNF, 16th, 19th, DNF, DNF, 19th. 0 points. What was the point? I mean, also, lot of area here, lot of area. I feel like they've definitely stripped back from when there was a lot of, when we go back to maybe the second front wing we looked at, there was a lot of wingspan. They've got rid of this. Weight reduction, love it, but still no points. What was the point? We are here at the final front wing, 2012 Sauber, the stepped nose generation. Little slide here as you can see, and also quite notably, this is flat. Nothing doing here. I feel like they could have added a little winglet, a little bar or something to really kind of add to this. And now I'm down the side, the most technological nightclub we've seen today. Out here, little bobblage, little bit of a smoking area. In here, much wider entrance, it has to be said. But then it's just winglets McGee. I have to say, there is so many different things going on here. The intricacies that I do not understand that hopefully we'll get more analysis on, not from me. And well, when we come to the results, at least they scored points. That's better than Marussia from the year before. Let's have a look. We have 6th, 8th, DNF 2nd, 10th, 11th, 13th, 11th, 5th, DNF, 11th, 9th, 3rd, DNF 9th, 11th, DNF 4th, 6th, 18th, 14th, 13th, DNF 9th, 2nd, 13th, 10th, 3rd, DNF 11th, 14th, DNF 6th, 15th, 14th, 11th, 9th, DNF. And again, not much wingspan, has to be said. That's definitely down to weight reduction and also something else probably, but I don't have that in my brain capacity to tell you anymore. But that is the final front wing. I hope you enjoyed.
By 2011 and 2012, outwashing wings had become a thing, and the complexity of the front wings is a result of the huge increase in computer power. Airflow is understood far better than ever before, and things have definitely gotten out of control. Following in the dirty air of cars was practically impossible, hence why the FIA have stepped in trying to make front wings in particular much more simple and therefore creating less dirty air.
There you have it. We found out how F1 front wings have evolved over the years. Thank you to TDF for having us today at this amazing factory. Let us know what you'd like to see in the comment section below for future things, learnings, F101s, whatever you want. Let us know in the comment section and we'll try and do our very best to do a few more. That's it. I'm staying here because I like seeing F1 cars in the flesh. We'll see you soon.